Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Unlocked. I'm Peter. Today, we are going to tackle one of the biggest challenges in learning English: how to think in English naturally instead of translating in your head. Do you ever find yourself pausing because you first think in your native language and then try to convert it into English? It feels slow, stressful, and you often forget words. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and today, I'll show you exactly how to overcome it. In this video, you will learn how to change your mindset to make English feel easy and natural. Simple daily techniques to surround yourself with English and start thinking in it automatically. Powerful strategies to improve your speaking, pronunciation, and confidence, even if you're a beginner. Do you want to watch until the end to discover a daily routine that will make thinking and speaking English effortless? If yes, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to English Unlocked so you won't miss more practical lessons and fun tips to boost your fluency. My name is Peter and I have learned English for 10 years. I want to share my story with you. When I started learning English, I thought it was very hard. I was afraid to speak because I might make mistakes. I remember many times I wanted to say something, but my mind was empty. I knew the words, but I could not speak. It was very frustrating. Then I understood something important. The problem is not your English. The problem is fear. Fear of mistakes, fear of saying wrong words, fear of looking bad. This is normal. I felt the same. After I realized this, I decided to change my mind. I told myself, English is not difficult. I can learn it every day. This small change helped me a lot. I stopped being afraid. I started to try, even if I made mistakes. When I stopped thinking English is hard, my brain worked better. I learned faster. I spoke more. I want you to try this too. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need perfect words. You only need to try and speak every day. Learning English is like learning to walk. A baby falls many times, but he does not stop. He gets up and tries again. This is how you can learn English too. Mistakes are good. They help you learn. So today, I want you to change your mind. Say to yourself, English is easy. I can speak English. I am learning every day. If you believe it, you will see big changes. You will feel happy when you speak. And every day, English will feel easier. After I changed my mind, I learned something very important. I thought about how we learn our first language. No one gave us grammar books when we were babies. We did not memorize long lists of words. We listened, copied, and spoke every day. We made many mistakes, but we kept trying. I realized that learning English can be the same. We can learn English by living with it, not just studying. We can listen to English, speak English, and use it every day. At first, it is hard. You will make mistakes. Do not be afraid. I still remember the first time I tried to speak. I said the wrong words many times, but I laughed and tried again. I started to hear English everywhere. I watched simple videos, listened to songs, and read short stories. I tried to say the words out loud, even when no one was listening. Sometimes I felt silly, but it helped me so much. The key is to practice like a baby. Copy words, repeat sentences, try to speak every day. Little by little, your English will grow. Your brain will start to think in English naturally. It will not be fast at first, but if you keep trying, it will come. I felt so happy the first time I could speak a full sentence without stopping. It was like a small victory. And I want you to feel this too. You can do it. Just live English every day and enjoy the process. After I started living with English, I learned another important lesson. I realized that my mindset is very important. If I think English is very hard, my brain will feel tired and I will give up. But if I think English is easy, my brain will work better and I can learn faster. I remember one day I said to myself, English is easy. I can speak English. I am learning every day. At first, it felt strange, but I said it again and again. Slowly, my mind started to believe it. I felt more confident and happy when I tried to speak. I also learned that I should never say, my English is bad, or I cannot speak English. These words make fear stronger. Instead, I said, I am learning. I am improving every day. This small change helped me a lot. I thought about babies again. A baby falls many times when learning to walk. The baby does not stop. The baby gets up and tries again. This is how we should learn English. Mistakes are normal. Mistakes help us learn. When I changed my mind, I could speak more and more every day. I did not feel afraid to try new words. I felt excited to speak English, even if it was not perfect. I want you to feel the same way. Believe in yourself and your English. Little by little, you will improve and feel proud. I changed my mindset. I learned another important step. I realized that to speak English well, I need to surround myself with English every day. At first, I thought I had to live in an English-speaking country. But I learned that it is not true. You can create an English environment wherever you are. I started with small steps. I changed my phone language to English. Every time I used my phone, I saw English words. It was easy and helpful. Next, I tried to think in English. Before, I always thought in my language and then translated to English. This made speaking slow and hard. Now, I start with simple thoughts in English. For example, when I wake up, I think, I will brush my teeth now. When I make tea, I think, I am making tea. I also talk to myself in English. I stand in front of the mirror and say simple sentences. At first, it felt funny, but I felt more confident every day. I also labeled things in my house. I put English words on my door, table, and mirror. Every time I saw them, I said the words out loud. It helped my brain remember English naturally. By surrounding myself with English every day, I could hear, think, and speak English more easily. It was not perfect, but I felt happy and proud. This small habit changed my learning a lot. After I started surrounding myself with English, I noticed something else. Many learners worry too much about grammar. I did too when I began. I thought, I must speak perfectly or I will fail. But this fear made me speak slowly and feel nervous. Then I learned a very important lesson. You do not need perfect grammar to speak English. You only need to speak first and correct later. Just like children, we can learn grammar naturally. Children do not read grammar books. They listen, repeat, and try to speak every day. I started with simple sentences. For example, I said, I am eating, or she is going to the market. I repeated them many times and used them in my daily life. Slowly, my grammar improved naturally. I listened to native speakers and copied how they spoke. I did not worry about mistakes. It felt so free when I stopped thinking about grammar. I could speak faster and more confidently. Sometimes I made mistakes, but it was okay. Mistakes helped me learn faster. I realized that speaking is more important than being perfect. Now I focus on listening, speaking, and practicing every day. Grammar will come slowly without fear or stress. If you try this, you will feel happy and proud when you speak English. And little by little, your sentences will become more natural and correct. After I stopped worrying about grammar, I realized something very exciting. I could use English in my daily life. Every little thing became a chance to speak English. I started with simple activities. In the morning, I talked to myself. I said, "Good morning. I feel fresh today. I will brush my teeth now." When I made tea, I said, "I am making tea. This tea smells good." Even if I was alone, I spoke out loud. It felt strange at first, but slowly it became natural. I also practiced with my family. I asked simple questions like, "What are you cooking?" or "Do you want tea?" We had small conversations and I learned new words every day. When I went outside, I used English too. I said, "I need to buy some vegetables," or "How much is 1 kilo?" I practiced asking and answering questions. Even small chats with friends or shopkeepers helped me think in English. At night, before sleep, I talked about my day. I went to the market. I bought vegetables. I met my friend. Little by little, speaking English became normal. I was not afraid to make mistakes. The more I practiced daily, the more confident I became. Using English in daily life made learning faster and fun. It showed me that English is not just a subject, but a way to live. I felt proud every time I could say a sentence without stopping. And I want you to try this too. Every day is a chance to speak, listen, and enjoy English. After I started using English every day, I learned another important step. I realized that listening and repeating is very powerful. When I hear new sentences, I do not just listen. I say them out loud, copy the words, the tone, and the pronunciation. At first, it felt strange to repeat exactly like native speakers. But I kept practicing every day. For example, when I heard, "I am going to the market," I said, "I am going to the market," again and again. Little by little, my speaking became more natural. I also learned to listen carefully. I paid attention to how words sounded, where the speaker paused, and how they stressed some words. Then I copied it exactly. Sometimes, I recorded my voice and compared it with the original. This helped me notice mistakes and improve faster. By repeating and copying, my pronunciation got better. I could speak clearer and people could understand me more easily. I felt proud when I could say a sentence naturally without thinking too much. This method also gave me confidence. Even if my English was not perfect, I could speak without fear. Now, I try to listen to English every day. Short videos, podcasts, or simple sentences help me a lot. The more I listen and repeat, the more my brain remembers English. Speaking becomes easy and natural when you train your mouth and brain together. I want you to try this too. Listen, repeat, and enjoy speaking English every day. After I practiced listening and repeating, I understood another secret. Speaking every day is the key to confidence. I realized that even if I know words and sentences, I must use them to speak well. I started small. Every morning I talked to myself. I said, "Good morning. I feel happy today. I will brush my teeth now." I described simple things, like making tea or eating breakfast. It felt strange at first, but I kept going. During the day, I tried to speak in English whenever I could. At the market I said, "I need some tomatoes. How much is 1 kilo?" With friends I asked, "What are you doing today?" Even small chats helped me think in English naturally. At night, before sleep, I spoke about my day. I went to the market. I bought vegetables. I saw my friend. This daily speaking routine made me more confident. I did not worry about mistakes anymore. I learned that mistakes are part of learning. I also set a simple rule: speak English at least 15 minutes every day. Sometimes I talked to a mirror or recorded my voice. The more I spoke, the faster I improved. Little by little, my English became natural and easy. I felt proud when I could express myself without fear. And I want you to try this too. Speak every day, even with small sentences, and your confidence will grow. After I practiced speaking every day, I noticed something important. Sometimes I still had to think too much before I spoke. I realized the problem was thinking in my native language first. Then I had to translate into English. This made me slow and nervous. So I decided to train my brain to think in English. I started with simple words. When I saw a bed, I said in my mind, "Bed." When I saw a cup, I said, "Cup." Little by little, I tried to make short sentences in my mind. For example, when I brushed my teeth, I thought, "I am brushing my teeth." When I ate breakfast, I thought, "I am eating toast. This is tasty." At first, it felt strange and hard. But every day I practiced a little. I talked to myself in English and thought in English. After some time, my brain started working in English naturally. I could speak sentences faster. I made fewer mistakes. I felt happy and proud when I could express myself without translating. Thinking in English changed everything for me. Speaking became easier and more natural. I felt more confident every day. Now, I want you to try this too. Start with small words, then make simple sentences in your mind. Your English will become fluent step by step. After I learned to think in English, I wanted to make a daily plan. A plan helps me speak English every day without forgetting. In the morning, I look around and name things in English. I say words like bed, pillow, sunlight, window. Then I make simple sentences in my mind. I am waking up. I will brush my teeth. I am making tea. In the afternoon, I try to speak about my day. When I go outside, I say, the weather is nice today. I see a tree. I see a car. Even small sentences help my brain to work in English. In the evening, I watch or listen to English for 20 minutes. I repeat sentences I hear. I copy the pronunciation and tone. This makes my speaking sound natural. At night, I talk to myself for 5 to 10 minutes. I say, today was good. I learn new words. Tomorrow I will practice more. I do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. If you follow this plan every day, your English will improve. Speaking will feel easy and natural. You will think in English and speak without fear. I feel happy and confident when I follow my daily plan. And I want you to try this too. Start small, be patient, and keep practicing every day. One day, speaking English will feel as easy as talking in your native language. Thank you for joining me on this English journey. Before we finish, here are 2 simple tips from today's story. Think in English every day. Even small sentences help your brain get used to English. Speak out loud daily. Talk to yourself, your family, or even a mirror. Mistakes are okay. Practice is what matters. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Unlocked for more fun and easy English lessons. Thank you again, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Keep practicing and have a great day.